Good morning, traders. It's Trader Rob. Today is Tuesday, June 25th. We do have CB consumer confidence coming out this morning at 9 a.m. Central Time. So, pretty much 30 minutes after my open. Markets are going to spike. Let's see how the morning strategies react right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that's put out there is at risk for loss. All right, as I stated, we do have some high impact news this morning at 9 a.m. We've got consumer confidence, which generally will have some pretty good spikes in the equity markets like the ES or the NQ. So we'll see how my levels trades. I do have a few trade setups mapped out already on the ES and the NQ that I've already posted to my Discord. And taking a look at the commodities markets, if we take a look at the oil, which is always on the left-hand side of my chart, we have been pretty much in a pretty steady downtrend here from about midnight. And I would say for about the last hour, we have been in a mini uptrend. So we'll see if this trend here continues. And in gold, pretty much just a downtrend here this morning since about 5 o'clock here in the morning. Taking a look at our trades from yesterday, we had no setup in gold. Yesterday we did have an inside bar, but remember, per our rules and conditions, we ignore this first inside bar because we would be using a source bar pre-session. So that's just one of the rules and conditions that I have in my strategy in gold. In oil, we were only able to take one trade yesterday, which was pretty much the end of session 1, start of session 2. We get an inside bar at the 8:55, 9 a.m. Close, and we got activated to the this is opposite, sorry. We got activated to the long right here. And it was 15 ticks because that's pretty much the only profit that not the only profit, but this was the profit that I made in our morning oil strategies. We got activated to the long, I'm sorry, not the short that I had here set up. And we did take full take profit. You guys saw that trade live yesterday. Well, not live, but recorded yesterday. So this was 15 ticks or $150. Which brought our dashboard on the morning oil and gold strategy to 51,976. So we're still about $1,000 away from funding this account. The Red Hot Rob reversal got another winner yesterday. We got activated on to the long and full 35 points pretty much on your next 15-minute candle. Really nice trade. So the Rob reversal has just been absolutely killing it here in June. Taking a look at our morning levels trades. So let's start with the ES here. We've got a 15-minute level that I've mapped out at 55.69. We got a 5-minute level that I mapped out at 55.57, which currently I have as a setup in progress. It has not, the whole entire trade setup has not formed yet. So we got a stop loss at 55.57. We got an entry to go short at 55.53 off this 15-minute level. Now what I'm really looking for is I'm looking for a new level that that will develop through price action that would maybe make this take profit a little bit more realistic. If we can target 5 to 6 points on the ES, it's usually a pretty good scalp. We do have a 5-minute level at 55.33 and at 55.28. Now, I had left this here. The only problem that I have with this is that this is about a 20-point move. And on the ES, it's possible. It's, especially if you're patient and you can wait out a trade for a while. Risk to reward is pretty damn good. which would look something like this. I mean, you're risking like 6 points to try to make 20. But again, instead of these huge moves, what I'd rather find is a fresh level that I can move this take profit to. So that's what I'll keep monitoring here this morning. But so far, I like this setup for a short. And then below us, we've got another 5-minute level at 54.90, 54.73, with a 15-minute level at 54.70. Same scenario here. You can take a long off the 54.73. But again, targeting up here, you're looking at 17 points. I'd rather target something down here in that 5 to 8 point range if price action develops. Because again, I've got a clear entry, I got a clear stop loss. I just don't really have a clear take profit just yet. And on the NQ, we've got 15-minute level at 20.066. We got one 5-minute level at 0.25, 990, and another 15-minute level at 973. 5-minute level that's developed here at 19.846. And the trade setup that I like for this morning would be a entry off of the 15-minute level at 19.739 with a take profit at 19.769, and then I got a clear stop loss with another 15-minute level at 19.721. Again, I map these out every morning at about 7:40 a.m., so about 50 minutes prior to the open, and I post these in my Discord each and every morning. There's a link to join the Discord. It's free. All my strategies, everything that I put out there is in Discord. It's all free. If you're looking to figure out how it is that I come up with these levels, in the description below, I created a video that details how I come up with these levels and how I trade them. So if you're interested in that, or interested in trading my morning oil, gold, or the 15-minute Rob reversal, they're all linked below. If you're on NinjaTrader, which is the platform that I use to trade, we have all three of the strategies automated. If you would like that strategy and indicator, just leave me a comment below and I'll make that available to you for free as well. All right, so let's see if we can get today into the green and continue this hot June that we've been going on. So I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Stick around. You'll see all my trades and the recap coming up shortly.
Order canceled.
All right, and here is our first trade of the morning, which is in gold. We do get activated here to the long based off of that green inside bar. When you put your stop loss at the bottom of the source bar, which is the black down bar that's previous to the inside bar, we'd get a stop loss of 24 ticks. And we are looking for 24 ticks of take profit. Now on this trade, this is pretty much exactly the type of momentum that we are looking for right there. That was a great push to a little over 70% take profit. So at this point, I reduce my risk here. I reduce it to down, I think, to 12 ticks. And now we're just kind of looking for a little bit of a retracement here, getting kind of back into that range, looking for another push here by buyers. You know, this is, at least that's what I was hoping for on this trade. And it ends up kind of fighting with my entry point for maybe about 5 minutes. And I got this video sped up here just a little bit. And it does try. I mean, buyers definitely are trying. And again, we're not trying to change the trend necessarily. We are just trying to move in very, very precise increments of take profit, stop loss. Again, we're not trying to necessarily change trends, fight trends, going into trends. We are strictly looking for that temporary momentum piece outside of that inside bar, which we end up getting here. And unfortunately, we come maybe 3-4 ticks away from full take profit, but we do end up taking a 50% reduced loss in gold this morning, $120 loss.
Stop filled.
Well, overall, not that exciting of a morning. As you saw, I was really only able to take the gold trade here this morning. Ended up having to leave for work before oil session two's trade opportunity. And man, that gold trade, that just, I honestly felt really good about that trade. That thing came probably 2 or 3 ticks away from full take profit. So the nice thing, the positive about it is that, my condition that I kind of built in where if I'm at 70% take profit, I will reduce my risk in half. So I went from, I think at that point it was a 24 tick trade. So I went down to 12 ticks and took a $120 loser on that one. So it kind of stunk because it was just so close there to full take profit. But you lose some, you win some. That's obviously a big part of trading. Now, there was no trade in oil session one, and I was not around for oil session two, which ended up being a loser. So I ended up saving, I think, $90 not being in that trade. But really tiny size trade. We got activated, pretty much just ticked in to the short and quickly reversed on us for a loss. Again, 9 ticks, so pretty small trade, but did not take that one as well. No trade on the Rob reversal here today, so that was pretty quiet. And I did fund another account, another Top Step eval yesterday with that Rob reversal that we hit. So that's a bit of positive news. So I got another funded account to play with. And with the levels. So if we take a look at the NASDAQ, pretty much only mapped out this one trade setup that I liked early in the morning, which would have been a bounce off of this 19,739 15-minute level. Well, price action never really came close to getting into that. So did not take any trade here today. But if we take a look at the levels that I did map with my 15 minutes and my 5 minutes, you could see pretty much a touch right here, bounce right back to this 5-minute level, bounce right back from this 15-minute level. So, I mean, that, even though I wasn't able to take a trade setup, the fact that the levels that I map out are being respected, there is trading opportunities there. It, in a way, it sucks because I'm not able to be in front of the charts, trading all day. I would love to do that, but again, I've got a full-time job that pays my bills, and I have to leave for work. So that is the one downside of trading the levels, is that sometimes you're just not around for the setups and to keep mapping. I was kind of taking a look here. Let me just jump to the 15-minute. See if there was not many other levels really that I could say to map out. So I mean, as price action was happening, this right here would have been a level that I would have probably mapped out, which then met some resistance here and got a bounce. But if you're not in front of the charts, it's hard to do. It's impossible to do. So I did have some resting orders. I think I had a resting order on the NQ. At this area, and obviously never got tapped into. So overall, took a $120 loss on the eval, took a $120 loss in my cash account. The only trade that I took was gold here this morning. So again, unfortunately, nothing on the Rob reversal, but the positive side of that is that it's been on a heater here. So not every day are wins. There are definitely losses throughout the day, but my philosophy has always been the same. You're trying to obviously win the trade. You're trying to win the day. Try to win enough days to win a week, and you're trying to win enough weeks to win a month, and then you're trying to win enough months to win the year. That's the end result. That's the eye on the prize at the end of the day. So let me just take a look. Yeah, I mean, everything was pretty rangy here today in almost all of the equity markets and the commodities. So it is what it is. I'll be back tomorrow. I am live tomorrow at 8 a.m. So hopefully you guys can 8 a.m. Central Time. So hopefully you guys can hop on and one, give me some support. Two, if you're just starting out with these strategies and I spend a good amount of time answering questions, showing you guys exactly how I trade the strategies, how I come up with my levels. People that join the chat seem to like it, so I will continue on with Wednesdays at 8 a.m. I will see you guys here tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.